Hey guys, it's Mia. Today I'm back with a new video. Today I'm actually starting a little series that I'm going to call Makeup Basics, I think. Not really sure if it's going to be called that exactly, but something along the lines of that. Basically, I went to Instagram. I really wanted to know what videos you guys would really want to see while I'm home for break, and I could just make a lot of videos for you guys. And I asked if you guys wanted to see like a basics of makeup type video series where I just focus on one piece of makeup for each video, and a lot of you guys said yes. So today I'm starting the series with brows. Okay guys, so when it comes to makeup for me, the most frequently asked question I get is about my brows. So that's why I decided to start the series off with brows, and I also kind of wanted to go in order of how I do my face. So we're going to start with brows today, and I'm actually going to show you two different brows that I do. So the first brow is going to be Instagram brows, which is my usual brow, which really filled in and has like a slight gradient at the front. And a second brow I'm going to show you guys is just fluffy brows. They're feather brows, soap brows, there's a million different names for it, but just basically like a nice just a nice like fluffy like editorial high fashion model looking brow. I haven't mastered that yet because like I said, Instagram brows are just my go-to look. But I do enjoy the look of them when I'm not really wearing that much makeup, or if I want to have like a no makeup day type look. So first I'm just going to show you the products that I use. So I have been using the same brow products. Hopefully this mic is not getting messed up. And you guys, I'm sorry for the last video where you could hear like the camera focusing the whole time. That should be fixed because I'm wearing a mic today. So you shouldn't be able to hear it that much, but I'm trying not to move too much to not like mess up the mic or make it sound like staticky. I keep hitting my head on these decorations. So I'm just gonna start by showing you guys the products I use. I literally have been using the same products since I started doing makeup. I've only ever like switched it up a couple of times, but my go-to brow product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I always get it in the color Ebony because they have like a granite which is blacker than this, but that would look too unnatural. So when choosing your brow color, you shouldn't go too dark because it's gonna look like you drew in your eyebrows with a Sharpie, and that would just look crazy. For this, it's like dark enough, and with the dip brow, it's like a really heavy product. Like you have to have a light hand with this because if you put too much on, like it's really hard to just work with and try to make it look like you didn't put that much on. So when you're using this, you should start with a light hand and build your way up just to like get your eyebrow looking the way that you want it to look. For my next eyebrow product, which is my fluffy brow product, I actually learned about this product from Ayanna Lewis. She's like really popular, stuff like that. She's really pretty, but she always has like these super nice thick fluffy brows. I was like, how does this girl get her brows like this besides being like blessed with like a lot of eyebrow hair? So she was like, I used the Ardell brow building fiber gel. So you can get this at like your local like CVS or drugstore or whatever. It's like $3 or something like that, $4. But it's just basically a little thing brush that you run through your lashes, kind of like a mascara, and it does make your it's really buildable. Like it doesn't just come out in like a big like glob, but it's pretty buildable. I just run it through my lashes a few times. My next products are just two brushes. I use a spoolie brush to brush up my lashes, and I usually use the other end of it to do concealer. And then I just have like another angled brush. These are both Sephora, or no, that one was a Morphe brush. This is a Sephora brush. It's just an angled brush. And I use this to fill in my eyebrows. Obviously the next product would just be concealer. I have two concealers in front of me right now. I literally just got this in the mail today. I'm so excited because it came just in time for this video series that I'm going to be filming all today, and I'm just going to release the videos like individually. But this first concealer is more of high end. It's like $30. It's the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And this is in the color Butterscotch. I don't know if this is like the right shade for me because I'm absolutely horrible at picking out concealers, foundations, all that stuff, especially if it's online, but I think that it's gonna work for me. It might be like my actual skin tone. The other concealer I have is obviously the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is good just for, this is like $3. So this is your drugstore concealer. That was your high-end concealer, and this concealer is just for cleaning up your brows if you made any mistakes. And even if you did make mistakes, I like putting concealer under my brows just to make them look sharper, like to have more of a highlight and look more defined. So now I'm gonna stop talking and I'm just gonna well, I'm gonna be talking while I'm doing my eyebrows, but I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna show you guys how I do my eyebrows. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start by doing the Instagram brow first. So I always start, I already have a brow tutorial on my channel, but it's kind of old, but like I use the same products. I promise you it's probably the same technique. But yeah, I'll just show you guys it again. So I always brush up my lashes. Some people use brow gel at this point just to keep their eyebrows in place. I don't really do that because I don't see the purpose of like paying like $15 for a brow gel, so I just don't. But yeah, I always start at the bottom towards the end, because if you start at the front and you have too much on your brush, you're probably going to end up making your front look too dark, and the thing what we want it to look like is to have a gradient. So I always just start in the back because I usually am more heavy-handed in the back. So I usually stop like right here because this is where I want you to see like the gradient. And obviously everyone's brow shape is going to be different. You don't have to do this exact shape that I'm doing. This is just how my brows usually look after I get them waxed or something, even though I haven't had them waxed in forever. I've just been plucking my eyebrows recently. Now with whatever's left on this, I'm just going to start gently filling in the front with a really light hand and switch my brush from sideways to up and down. So obviously I messed up a little bit at the bottom, but after you're done filling it in, I like to take my spoolie again and just run through it, make sure the front is like, gives me that gradient that I want. And this kind of like takes away some of the product too. Make it not so dark. Okay, so the brow is pretty messy right now. I really want to try, since I just got this in the mail, I want to try the Born This Way concealer to clean it up. And so I asked you guys to ask me questions about brows. Someone said, best form of getting them done, waxing, tweezing yourself, or threading. So personally, I've never got my eyebrows threaded. I've seen people get their eyebrows threaded, like my mom gets her eyebrows threaded and like it looks decent, but it's just like, I just personally don't want to do it because it seems like such a long process when like I can just go get my eyebrows waxed and it's 2 rips. I think I heard that threading lasts longer than waxing. I feel like that's what someone told me one time, but I just personally have never tried it because it just seems pointless to me. But I can't say which one is better. And I do tweeze them myself, but getting your eyebrows waxed is definitely better than tweezing because there's only so much that you can do with tweezing unless you spend like hours plucking out each of your individual hairs, which can get really annoying really fast. But I have been just tweezing my eyebrows in college. I haven't gotten them waxed the entire semester, so you can tell. But I think you get the best results with your eyebrows after they've been waxed. But I didn't want to get my eyebrows waxed before I did this video because whenever I get my brows waxed, I have really sensitive skin, so I always just break out really bad for like a couple of days. So I wanted to get this video out fast and I had to wait for my recovery time. So now I'm going in with the Too Faced concealer. So I would recommend a color like this color is pretty close to my skin tone, so it's not gonna be that much of a highlight, but like I'm horrible at picking shades, so I'm actually gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal to make it a little bit brighter, to give us more of that brow bone action. And then the other question said, how do I make them look good? So I guess you guys could just watch this tutorial for some tips. But I think the best, I mean, with all makeup, the best way to do it is just start with a little bit and then add more. So you can put, I used to always like carve out my brows completely, like by putting concealer on the top and bottom, but now I pretty much do the bottom. And sometimes if the tail isn't the right shape that I want, then I'll go just over the tail part, but I never really come over here anymore unless I messed up pretty bad. But like, there's plenty of makeup artists who still do the complete top. It's just a matter of preference. So to blend out that concealer, I usually just take like a foundation brush. This is my Fenty Beauty foundation brush. But you don't need something like this. You can use your fingers, you can use a beauty blender. But I just like this because of the way that it's shaped. It's good for your eyes. Blending out stuff around here. Okay. So that's Instagram brows. So now we're gonna do fluffy brows. All I do for these types of brows is just, I don't even brush them up first. I use this for mainly everything. Take the Ardell Brow Building Fiber Gel. And I start like in the middle. Just make the shape that I want. So now this brow has been like trending for a while now. It usually was just used by like models and stuff because they don't wear that much product, so all they really do is just brush up their brows. But now I've been seeing like more and more makeup artists doing this on their clients and just doing like a really dramatic eye look with like some really nice light fluffy brows. Like I'll insert some pictures of things that I really like. But this has been the wave. My brows just never grow in as much as I really want them to, so it's like I can never really fully experience this. But this is about as close as I get. I only put like a little bit in the front because I'm always nervous that like a bunch of products is gonna fall off of the brush and mess up the front of my eyebrows. And this makes your eyebrows pretty stiff. Like they'll stay in place for the rest of the day after you put this on. Like all of finals, I pretty much wasn't wearing makeup except for like filling in my brows with this and then like putting on some highlighter on my cheek and maybe mascara. And so like this is like the perfect like no makeup brow thing. And it's really cheap. You can get it at the drugstore. But yeah, that's basically it for the fluffy brows. I am gonna go in. So I'm gonna go a little bit in with some dip brow towards the end. I want a better tail, but I'm just trying to make hair like shapes to not make it look like an Instagram brow. And I do concealer for these brows too. Go in with the same concealer brush, same concealer. Clean that up. Because you want these brows to look defined too, but you just want it to be like so like naturally defined. I don't know how to explain it, but like these brows, even though they're not like as filled in as this, they like really stand out. Because it's just like, oh wow, she has some really nice thick brows, but I really don't because I use brow gel. And for these, you don't want to go over the top with concealer because you want them to look really natural. So some other like common things when it comes to eyebrows, like should I do them before foundation, should I not? I always started with my eyebrows first, but I do sometimes, like recently I've been switching it up and like doing my eyebrows after my foundation. I don't mind it, but I still do prefer to do my eyebrows and stuff before. Well, I'm gonna get to this in another video, but for like when I do eyeshadow, I always do my brows before I do eyeshadow. I've been seeing people do eyeshadow before brows. No idea how you guys are doing that because I need to clean up my brows with concealer, so I just could not do that if I wanted to. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, for me, if I'm doing an eyeshadow look and I know there's gonna be a lot of fallout, I do it before I do my foundation so I can brush out the fallout of all the shadows so it doesn't ruin up my base and stuff like that. But it's really up to you of how to make something look good. So it's really just whatever technique and products you find to be the most helpful that is going to get you the best look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Stay tuned for the next episode of the series, which is going to be your base, your primer, your foundation, your contour and concealer. All that stuff like that is going to be coming up in the next episode, so I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment under this video in case I left something out, and follow me on all my social medias. I really just have Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I mean, you can follow me on Snapchat, but like, who's on Snapchat anymore? And I just changed my Twitter username to Layne, so it's now the same as my Instagram, so you can find it even easier. And if you're following me on my social media, you're gonna be able to see more behind the scenes stuff, know how I'm thinking, know how I'm feeling, know when videos are being uploaded, but also to be notified when my videos are coming out. You can hit that little bell that's next to the subscribe button to always get a notification when I post a new video, because I have no recording schedule. So it's probably for the best for you guys to hit that little bell, because I know I'm not gonna consistently post on like Tuesdays, Thursdays. Like, I'm not that type of person. So hit that bell so you can see my new videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.